Hello, my name is Mrs. Schwabe and I would like to talk to you today about the Bradfield student reports for Year 9, which you will be receiving shortly. So the first column that I would like to talk to you about is the student assessment percentage column. This is the percentage that the student will receive in the assessment that they will have done during the Year 9 assessment week. And these assessments are done in the vast majority of the subjects that the students are studying in Year 9. The next column is the average assessment percentage for the year group, and this is a percentage that is entered directly by our data team. The next column is a column for behaviour for learning, and in this column students can either receive an outstanding, a good, a requires improvement or an inadequate. And for behaviour for learning, the kind of things that the teacher is looking at when they are grading the students for one of these outcomes, they're looking at is the student ready to learn? So do they have their equipment? Are they listening to instructions the first time? Are they showing empathy, for example, to others? Are they listening to their peers? And if they do this every time they come into that lesson, then they will get outstanding. If they show traits for behaviour for learning on most occasions when they come into the lesson, then they may receive a good. If, however, when they come into the lesson, the teacher often has to remind them about what the characteristics are that are needed for behaviour for learning, then they may receive a requires for improvement. And if, when they come into the lesson, the teacher has to every time remind them that they need to listen to instructions, they need to be ready to learn, they need to show empathy to others, they need to listen to their peers, they need to get on with the task that the teacher has asked them to do, then they may receive an inadequate. And obviously this then allows you, when you're sitting down with your child at home, to look through what they've received for behaviour for learning, and if you need to do so, you can then sit down and talk about strategies if they need to improve their behaviour for learning. The next column is called currently meeting expectations, and here what the teacher gives is a professional judgment. So this is a professional judgment by the teacher to say where the student is now in their assessment and whether or not they are making the progress which is expected of them based on their prior attainment. And if they are, then they will get a Y, which means yes they are, and it will be coloured green. If they're not, then they will get an N. And if that's the case, then the teacher will also put in the additional comments column. They will put in comments in there of what the student has to do in order to change that no to a yes. So on the next slide, you can see, for example, that there are a couple of subjects that this particular student has got an N in, so in history and in maths, and the teacher has put in comments that the student can work on in order to improve on their currently meeting expectations, so that next time they can change that N to a Y. I hope you found this presentation helpful, and should you require any more questions or any clarification, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me. Thank you for listening.